Yeah, Kofi. Council of Borough and a Half Associations of North America, Kobana Homecoming 2023. Afi, Ampaya, Ebeja Setetra. Botaya, Ode Jumadi Zune say, the health of our people is our concern. Nyama Bebre, no Oya Jumadiem. Enunti, Memenda 27th, our Taiko City, Suyane, Yabobo de Data, Niaki Kayan Sase, Edia Boa Amanfo Apomde, and Panimfua Ninti, and a Kukudam, Nibadebo Nimanyam, Abata Jumadechi, His Excellency, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Ganaman Penyabedechiri, Sergeant Fu Osera Doctor, Ajimambadua Otosumienu, Domahene, Onwanson Bon Regional House of Chiefs, President. Nana Ansa Aduba, Yamfumahene, Onwanson Ahafo Regional House of Chiefs, President. Pimam Pim Ya Cabrese, Yejimahene, Onwanson Bun East Regional House of Chiefs, President. Nana Akosuya Aso Sika Dia Breya, Otosumienu, Suyamahima, Mr. Nick, Danso Abiam, Onani Dentrania, Obetanajum, Ediamaye, Lordina Mahama, former First Lady, Obabi, Najuma Diana, Ebamanaye de Park, a Sepa Pekineko. Tadane, policeman di Janana Swa, SP Officer Pong, Obabi, Sanso and Anana Champon, or also Obama Chenas, and in the channel Suman Biam say, Monday, Equasi Sunday, Mebos when the doctor saw the Numianu, Equa Pim, Nadonu watching, Yadia Bain, ne or how, Odokro, Nihiane Sadanudra, Ye never Buaketem, Aquapim, Awo Jayan Quanta, now Dr. Fokuda Boho, but to me, Abwaye, Yanjichi, Nayatrede, now Fidia, Sunyane, Techimai, Gosu, Hobaye de Kobana, the health of our people is our concern.
Okay. You mentioned economic problems in Rwanda. Rwanda has a very, very positive outlook globally. I mean, in Africa, everybody talk about Rwanda, Paul Kagame, one of the best leaders. Everything is fine. I've had people go to Kigali and they had nothing but good things to say about it. But you're painting a different picture. Why do you think there's such a disparity between the reality that you paint and the global glowing outlook that Rwanda has?
What I saw the last time is that everybody wanted to talk about the success story. Nobody wanted to talk about the problem the country had, but they wanted to talk about the success story. Rwanda has a genocide, and today there is an economic miracle. I agree that there are some achievements. If you see the beautiful building in the Kigali and the clean street, it is amazing to see that. You can't know that in the country where there was a war, there was a genocide. So there's really some achievement. But I say always, the development should not be only in Kigali. We have the other provinces. We have to look in the rural areas and see how we can divide the wealth we have in all regions of the countries. Not only develop the Kigali, not only develop the region where there are gorillas, where the tourists are going, but we have to develop all countries. If we say they are economic miracle, that should be seen everywhere in the Rwanda, even in the rural areas. And the people should also know, even if there's miracle in Rwanda, the experience has shown that prioritizing development over human rights or democracy is a recipe for political instability anywhere in the world. Remember, in Libya, I think Gaddafi has done everything to develop Libya. But what happened because of the lack of democracy? What happened to him? Syria, Iraq, Tunisia. This we have to know that there is no sustainable development without democracy, without the rule of law, without the respect of human rights.
Some will say Rwanda is a democracy.
Democracy?
Do you disagree?
No, there's no democracy. I think in the beginning I talked about what was my process when I come back in Rwanda, how I spent in the prison, and today 9 members from my political party are in prison only because they read the book called Blueprint for Revolution. They read there's a book and they discuss us about it, and Then they was arrested. Now they are in a prison. 2 years ago, they are arrested and they are not yet, there are no judgment. They are still in the prison without condemnation. We don't know how long they will stay there. Only because they come together to discuss about the book. So, which kind of the democracy that cannot tolerate that people can debate about the policy of the country. Today, I can't get any service from the government because I am collaborating to the end of the country, because I criticize the policy of the government. I say that something has to be changed. We have to open up a political space. The population should be involved in the decision of the government. I ask that we have to reform the governance of Rwanda, but I am labeled the enemy of the country.
Okay, so your only crime is not that you insulted Paul Kagame or you attacked him. Your only crime is that, look, if Rwanda is going to move forward, you are proposing that it opens up and become more tolerant of divergent view. Is that your only crime?
Yeah.
And for that, you've served
that's my
8
crime
years.
asking. Yes, my only crime is that I asking we have to open up the space in Rwanda that people can express themselves, their mind, without to be arrested, that the journalists should be free to write or to analyze the situation, the policy in the country, without to be arrested, because there are so journalists who are in prison because they made the reportage that did not please the government. We need the freedom to express ourselves. We need the freedom of expression. We need room to live in freedom in our country. That is what I am asking. That is why I am labeled to be the enemy of the country.
And you are saying that if you became president and some journalists decided to be overly aggressive in their disagreement with you and became very abusive in everything, would you be tolerant to those divergent opinions?
You know, we have the law that can safeguard that we cannot have extremism in our country. If everybody respects the law we have, we will not have a problem. Either you are a journalist, you are a politician. If everybody respects the law we have, we will not have a problem.
Okay.
This is what I am asking. Why not everybody will respect the constitution we have, the other laws we have in our country, that we can live freely and in freedom in our country?
Okay. In your description of the economy of Rwanda, you basically stated that Rwanda is basically Kigali, and that if you go beyond Kigali, there is nothing to write home about. Did I hear you correctly?
Yes, you are correct. Yes, because if I go in the rural area and I see how the population are living in the abject poverty, I can't tolerate it. That is why I denounce it. I say we don't have to build clean streets and the beautiful building only in Kigali. We have to think also to our population who are living in the rural areas.